Hi guys, this is Ashank. Thank you for coming to the third part of my video on Chile and Bolivia and lithium. I hope you enjoyed the first two parts over here. I'm going to now finish this one, and now as I'll continue on the discussion, I'm going to talk about Chile. So basically, Chile has been known as something like a free market Disneyland when it comes to the mining industry. It is one of the freest countries in the world as far as the industry is concerned, and this colony per se relies heavily on copper mining. So basically, in the year 1981, the dictator Pinochet, he passed a so-called mining law, which basically said that 100% of the mines can be owned by private business itself, which was a big thing. It kind of kick-started the foreign investments in the country. Suddenly, you had a lot of countries like the Australian giant of BHP Billiton, which is very big. You also had the Swiss company Xstrata, which came all the way to Chile. And you must be thinking, like, what all these multinational companies came, they looted the country, and they left out of the country itself. Well, you're kind of wrong over here, because Chile actually grew a lot and became a Latin American tiger state from the year 1981 till almost the next 30 years, which went on till almost like 2015 or something like that. And this boom actually helped Chile to become the number one Latin American country itself. It privatized a lot, it grew a lot, and a lot of good things happened. But not only that happened, the Canadian, Swiss, and the Australian mining giants which came to Chile also helped to finance brand new Chilean companies. Now, these companies were headquartered in Santiago, and they are like companies like Manera. There are companies like Canbede, Antofagasta. So these are basically the Latin American mining giants. In fact, thanks to the wave of all the investors who actually came to Chile, Chile has now got a world-class mining industry. Actually, many of the engineers that are now needed in Bolivia for lithium are right now living in the best neighborhoods of Santiago. And this means Chile is in a good position to actually lead this white gold rush itself. However, nonetheless, in the year 2016, the Chilean president Michelle Bachelet, who's just been elected, she kind of took a populist measure, and she declared that lithium was a different animal altogether. It had a strategic condition for lithium, and just like the Bolivian government, the Bolivian country, it is a property of the Chilean people. So it's a non-concessional material. Or other words, the Chilean government is following what Bolivia did, and they're trying to make sure that actually it is used for Chile itself. Now, there's an important difference between Bolivia and Chile, and that is the fact that Chile has the technology, it has the wealth and the staff to exploit this mineral wealth. Bolivia doesn't have any of these, and even if, let's say, the companies go ahead and lose an interest in investing in Chile, like BHP Billiton, POSCO, and all of that, it doesn't make much of a difference, because Chile itself has its own companies, so it's not a very big deal. In fact, until the year 2014, even after all of this happening, in the lithium triangle, Argentina and Bolivia were way behind Chile itself as far as technology was concerned. So, they say, like, it is the case of something like in the land of the blind, the one-eyed person becomes the king. Well, that is exactly what had happened. Now, compare this with Argentina, which is a big surprise. Argentina is a surprise because while Chile and Bolivia have nationalized the lithium mining industry over here, and they have tried to, badly scare away the foreign investors, Argentina, with its new president, Mauricio Macri, is doing something very different. They have now realized that nationalization is not the way to go, and they've got an attention of all the international investors. So I think it's going to be very interesting. I see that the world energy is going to change a lot from oil dependence to renewable energy. And the problem with renewable is that solar only produces power till the time sun shines, and wind energy only works when it's windy. But what do you do when that is not there? You have to store that electricity, and to store electricity you need cobalt and you need lithium, and these two things will be the most important minerals of the future. Now, mark my words, and a lot of people are saying, "Hey, that's not possible." Well, there was just an energy quotation which has been come in Mexico, which is the world's cheapest electricity production. That's 1.77 cents per kilowatt hour. It's actually based on wind energy on the western coast of Mexico itself by Enel, which is the energy giant. And at such rates, oil and natural gas cannot and coal cannot compete with them. It's impossible. I mean, just to give you an idea, to compete with the rate of 1.77 cents per kilowatt hour, oil has to probably trade at something like $4 or $5 per barrel, which is impossible because the cost of production is much more higher. So what I see is going to be the change is that there is going to be a lot of technological development towards storage of electricity, and already Elon Musk is talking about the prices dropping from $300 or $400 per kilowatt hour. I'm talking about like 5 or 7 years back to now almost $100 kilowatt per hour. And it is very possible that with the new solid state battery coming in the market in the next 2 to 3 years, it might drop to even by 2021 to 70 to $80 per kilowatt hour, and that is where the difference is going to happen. It would be much more cheaper to produce renewable electricity, store it, and then supply it to other places when the sun is not shining or wind is not working. Why? Because even with all of this, it will be a good 40 to 50% cheaper than non-renewable sources. So hopefully I hope you kind of like my videos. Please be sure to subscribe. Please make sure that you go ahead and comment on this. I'm sure Chile, Bolivia, and Argentina are going to definitely get the benefits of lithium production itself. And please make sure that you leave me an answer in the comment section below. Like my video, subscribe, and please go ahead and share my video so that I can start talking about more technology and the future going forward. Thanks a lot. You guys have a great head. Stay awesome. Thank you. Bye bye.